What's up with the hair? Okay. Hey friends, I'm going to share my screen, and today we're going to be talking about saying less and meaning more. Give me just a minute. Before I do that, let me grab them and make sure they are ready for you guys, because we are going to just go and hit the ground majorly running today. Okay, perfect. All right. All right. Thank you guys for your patience. All right, and I'm going to check really quickly on YouTube and make sure that it is open and we are good to go. This way also I can see the comments. So I'm just letting you know what I'm doing really quickly is I'm pulling this up and then we're going to get started. I have so much fun stuff for us to talk about today. All right.
So much.
Oh gosh, we could stuff for us. Absolutely need to mute that. Okay. So it's not looking like you can see anything on my screen. So share this tab. Oh, something's happening. Awesome. We're learning. It's great. I'm going to give it just another second. If not, we will go to plan B. Okay, then. So here is what we are going to do, guys. We are going to, I don't know why it's doing this. Okay, awesome. Maybe I just have too much stuff open. I don't know. It's okay. We're going to figure this out. Here we go. Okay, cool. Try one more time. And if not, that's okay. We're going to just keep moving forward. See if this helps. All right, well, now you can see everything. Awesome. Well, not super helpful. That's all right. We'll wing it. We'll just do it this way then. Oh, no, not yet. I promise you guys, the next time, it's going to be way better. All right. Okay, friends, here we go. Welcome to the expert sessions. And if you've noticed, we've had a little technical difficulty today. That is totally okay, because that is how we learn. And I am pulling up my notes on my slide so that you guys will be able to along and me. The hope of this expert session is that you get to experience something tangible that helps you with your business. So I believe that story is the strategy. Let's jump into this. Our topic today is going to be say less, mean more, story driven simplicity. This is brought to you by Modern Business Mastery with Tanyamfk and me, Kelly Harris. So, who am I? I am not just a copywriter. I am not just a marketer. I am a connector, a storyteller, and I am a story first business growth specialist, strategist. So, what I do is I am a mom of four, and I believe that your stories, your messaging, your business is meant to do more. And we do that by sharing our secret sauce. So let's get into this, okay? If you are interested and you want to learn more about Modern Business Mastery, you can join the newsletter. You can, sorry, I'm still looking at my notes, guys. You can schedule a free strategy session. You can connect on LinkedIn, or you can download the Goals to Game toolkit. The Goals to Game Plan toolkit, I will tell you, crazy valuable, super, super helpful. I have used it myself and it is fabulous. There are ways that you can join us in Modern Business Mastery. You also, like I said, can have a free strategy building session with Tanya. It's one-on-one. It's fabulous. Connect with Modern Business Mastery on LinkedIn, or download the Goals to Game Plan toolkit. So let's get into this. I am so excited. Sorry, still looking for my notes, but we got this. We can do hard things. So, like I said, I'm a story first strategist. I believe that your stories, your lived experience, your secret sauce are what's going to help you not only grow your business, but scale your business. Found my notes. Awesome. Today we're talking about something that quietly causes a lot of marketing frustration. It's messaging clutter. Not bad marketing, not lack of skill, just too many words trying to do too many jobs. If you've ever felt like your content's good, but people don't respond, your offers make sense in your head, but not really online. If you've ever felt like you're constantly explaining what you do, then today's training is going to help you. The goal of this training is simple. By the end of the session, you're going to walk away with a clearer way to explain what you do in fewer words, and we're going to do it and practice together. Sorry, there's what we're going to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about, what the heck, man? Sorry. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about why clarity drives connection, why messaging gets complicated, and a simple story-driven framework for you to help you moving forward. It's going to be very practical. All of my sessions, I try to be very tangible. So we're not just listening to theory. We are getting down and dirty. You're actually going to simplify a piece of your own messaging. You're going to leave with a clear explanation of what you do. And if nothing else, I want you to leave with a small win that you can use immediately. So let's talk about the real problem. The real problem is not bad marketing. It's too much marketing. It's too many ideas, too many words, too many offers. Clarity kind of, sort of starts to get buried. So most entrepreneurs think their problem is visibility, social media, algorithms, marketing strategy. But when I work with clients, the real problem is almost always their messaging is carrying too much weight. They are trying to communicate their expertise, their services, their philosophy, their personality, their entire business model in one paragraph. And people leave confused. And confused people, which we will talk about here in a second, but confused people don't buy. Clarity is not just a copywriting trick. In fact, one of my favorite sayings is from Mark Twain, and it said, and I'm going to misquote this, but stick with me. It says something to the effect of, when you've decided that you've written enough or that you've used the fewest words possible, go back and take more out. Clarity is not just a copywriting trick. It's a client experience strategy. Think about your own buying behavior for just a minute. If you land on a website and within 5 minutes, no, just kidding, 5 seconds, if you land on a website and within 5 seconds you understand who it's for, who it helps, what they do, and what happens next, you instantly relax. But when messaging feels cluttered, your brain has to work harder. And when your brain has to work harder, people leave. Why does messaging get so complicated? Let's talk about the psychology behind this, guys. Most entrepreneurs are deeply passionate about what you do. You live in it day by day. You see it day in and day out, and you know what you do. And when you write messaging, you often think, if I could just explain this better, people would get it. And so you add more explanation, more details, more qualifications. But the truth is, clarity comes from taking things away, not subtraction. This is huge in your messaging. This could be huge in your back end systems. This could be huge in your offers. What can we do that makes sense for a client experience? This is another one that a lot of people miss, but your message is not, it's not a resume. Your audience doesn't need to know every single thing about you. The biggest shift for a lot of business owners is that your messaging isn't about documenting everything that you do. It's about helping other people, your potential clients, see themselves in the story that you're telling. Clear messaging answers 3 questions. And it answers 3 questions quickly. Who is this for? What problem does it solve? And what changes for me? I know you often hear in the business world, make it about them, what's in it for them. And that is true. You have to get the buy-in for people to want to work with you. So let's talk about a story-driven simplicity formula. Here's the framework I teach clients when we simplify messaging. It mirrors the natural way that humans process stories. Every clear message has a problem, a shift, and a result. That's it. 3 lines. So the problem. What is the person experiencing now? The shift. What changes when they work with you? And the result. What their life or business is going to look like after they work with you. That's it. The most sorry guys, the most powerful marketing message follow this structure. And you'll see it now that you've learned it, the problem, the shift, and the result, you are going to see it everywhere because it is everywhere. So I'm going to give you 2 examples of this kind of story-driven simplicity formula. And we're going to look at a before. Pardon, I have something in my eye. Look at the before. And then we're going to take a minute or 2 and we're going to look at the after. So let's look. So before, I help entrepreneurs with brand strategy, messaging alignment, messaging clarity, and content positioning. Well, that's cool. That's helpful, right? And I don't know how you do it. I don't know what your method is. I don't know what result I, as the potential client, is going to get from that. Afterwards, I help overwhelmed business owners simplify their messaging so that clients understand what they do and actually hire them. Notice what's changed. The first version lists services. The second version tells a story. You're overwhelmed. Oh, let's talk about what the story is. The story is that you're overwhelmed, your messaging is messy. We simplify it and clients finally get it. That's the journey. And journeys are memorable. I don't think we talk about it enough, but a lot of my clients will come in, have offers, have some results. And one of the things that we do is we make sure that their clients have a journey, have an experience, because experiences make you memorable. And if it's a meaningful experience, doubly so. So let's try this for you. This is my favorite test for messaging clarity. If your If someone hears your message and later tells a friend, "Oh yeah, she helps people simplify their message," then that's good messaging, right? If they say, She does something about marketing and strategy, and yeah, I'm not exactly sure," that means that your message is too complicated. Like we have on the slide, if you can tell somebody what you do and you are detailed enough, but not too much, that they can remember that, then there is a huge potential for them to be able to share your service, share your offer, and continue moving forward with that. So now we are going to take 5 minutes ish, and we're going to do a live exercise. You're going to answer 3 questions. We got this, guys. It's 3 questions. The 3 questions or the 3 sentences we're going to answer the ends. My audience struggles with, I help them shift by, and the result they experience is. I'm going to give you exactly 1 minute. Here's the thing. We are not trying for perfect copy. Don't overthink this. We are creating clarity. In fact, I will give you 3 minutes to do this. And I'm going to do it with you so you're not alone. Okay. About 30 more seconds. All right, now let's talk about this with the notes that I have. You didn't have to worry about making this perfect. The goal is to get some clarity for you, not to be clever. When I first started with copywriting, I had a coach who would always say, clear over clever. So let's look at line one. The problem. What does my audience struggle with? Examples could be, since I'm a marketing strategist and a business growth strategist, examples could be things like my clients are saying, I'm posting content, nobody is hiring me. My business feels messy and scattered. I have a dozen offers. People don't understand what I do. Now let's talk about the shift. What's the shift that you help them make? Here are some examples for that. I help them simplify their messaging. I help them organize their marketing strategy. I help them come up with a way to get consistent leads and consistent clients. And I help them clarify their offer. So, what's the result? Finally, we write about what life or business looks like after that shift. So, clients understand what they want and they need and what they need to be doing, and they start reaching out. So, their marketing becomes easier and more focused. And so, they attract the right clients. Those are the results we're getting. Now, all the things that we just did, we can turn that into some simple messaging. The problem, entrepreneurs are overwhelmed by messy messaging. How do you shift it? I help them by simplifying it. And what's the result? So that their audience understands what they do and hires them. So the final message is I help overwhelmed entrepreneurs simplify their message so their audience understands what they do and actually hires them. A thing I want you to think about, a tiny little upgrade here, is would a stranger understand what you do from those three sentences? If the answer is yes, your message is clear. Good job, gold star. You did awesome. If it's no, they know exactly where the confusion is. Is it in the problem? Is it in the shift? Is it in the result? You guys, this is powerful. Powerful stuff. Let me go back to my notes now. Sorry, I lost my spot. Okay, here's another example for you guys. I'm posting content, but nobody's hiring me. The shift, we simplify your message. And the result, your audience finally understands what you do. This is a perfect example of a clear story arc. Your job as a business owner is not to impress people with complexity. Your job is to help them see this is what I need. So, your tangible takeaway. I want you guys, if you want to, screenshot this slide. But before you write any marketing, you need to ask, what specific problem am I talking about? What shift am I offering? And what result am I promising? If you do nothing else, the thing I need you to remember, sorry, got ahead of myself. If you do nothing else, the thing I need you to remember is that every piece of marketing content, every piece of marketing, every time you post, all of those things should communicate one simple story. Problem, shift, result. That structure is going to keep your messaging focused and clear. So if you need help, I will put it in the description. But if you need help and you've used your free strategy call with Tanya, or you are interested in knowing more about a story first strategy, which is what I do, you can book your free strategy call. We talk about your messaging, we talk about your positioning, we talk about your client journey. If today's exercise helped you see how powerful having those answers is, then let's talk. And now I'm at the point where I say questions, discussion, any of those things. I'm going to leave that up and come back over here. and just leave this space available for a couple of minutes. And then we're going to do a couple of other prompts for you guys just to get you a little bit further down the road. The other questions that I have for you are, well, actually, we're going to give you 2 minutes. So if you are watching this, we'll do a minute and a half. Because questions I normally get are, my messaging feels complicated. I feel like I'm throwing spaghetti at a wall and seeing what sticks. And the truth of the matter is, a lot of us don't do any market research. So if you are thinking, I don't know what the problem is that my audience are having, talk to them. Ask them. They'll tell you. I promise they will tell you what the problems are. But I want to extend this just a little bit further with a couple more prompts. Things to get you thinking. Things that even if you're going to book a free strategy call, these are questions for you to reflect on, that we can come back and look at, right? The first one is, where do you feel like your messaging gets complicated? I'll give you a personal story. My messaging got complicated because I had at one time about a half a dozen offers. I still have offers. I still have 2 main offers, some a la carte offers. I book, and you guys are the first one I'm going to announce this to, but I'm launching a podcast. So that will also be an offer to point to for people to listen. And the cool thing about it is that now all of these pieces are all working together to point to a free strategy call. It's less complicated because everything is moving in the same direction now. Was not that way for a very long time. The next prompt. When someone asks you what you do you have a simple answer? I'm going to give you a trick. I was in a networking community for a while, and they had what they called the 3-word intro. And I never could get it down to 3 words unless I started hyphenating things, because they say, what do you do? And when you only have 3 words, you have to be ultra specific, right? About what you do. So I would tell people, I'm a story first, growth strategist. And even now it's hard because I love words and I love to use them. So all of that to say, a couple of prompts for you to think about. And the last thing I'm going to do is find that quote very quickly on my phone. Of course, I can't find it, but I know ultimately, here's what I'm going to say. When you use less words, you simplify it, you make it easier, and you have to be incredibly picky about the words that you're using to convey your messaging. There is less opportunity for your messaging to get cluttered, for your messaging to be all messed up. And so it is very, very possible to say less in your marketing and have a lot more meaning. Well, I hope you guys found this helpful. Until next time, it's Kelly Harris, and I'm signing off.